Hi, ladies. I just want to talk to you. It's time for my afternoon espresso, and this is when it's really quiet in here. This is when I do my thinking. This is when I brainstorm. This is when I read the reviews. This is when I read your comments. This is when I read, your emails to me. This is when I read this survey, and it all means something to me. And if you're part of my community and you've been here for a while, you know that that is the number one thing. One thing that separates me from most clubs is that I want to know what you're thinking. I want to understand you. I want to give you the best that's out there. I want to recreate because I always think that you can make things better and perfect things because you've taken the time to understand not just what my goals are, but what your goals are. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Last year, we took over, I guess, the mindset of being experts on strength training for women, and we actually were successful in that. In fact, 93% of you ladies on the recent survey suggested that they absolutely love the program and love the way we get things going and help ladies get stronger and focus on the strength training. Now, there's other variables here when we're planning a program that make things important. So I've talked to a lot of ladies out there, and I'm trying to give you what you want, you need. At the same time, as the professional trainer and the expert of the community, give us all a plan that we can follow on a regular day and a routine. Now, with the whole mindset here is that we have to understand where you are. We have to understand where science is. We have to understand where our bodies are and where our objectives and goals. So, for example, we learned that almost 100% of you ladies wanted to reduce your body fat, increase your toning, and find ways to get stronger. You put mind and body or mindfulness and mental health as a huge priority. In fact, 50% you said that was very, very important to you. And the most important part about this is that I learned that, are you ready for this? Over 80% of our clients are over the age of 40. Over 80%, which means the way we train our bodies over 40 are different. I know I get a lot of these coming in here. I remember when, but this is a different time. Where our bodies are right now are a different time. Because that also tells me that 69% of you are training through occasional pain throughout the year or with pain on a regular basis. And we haven't, since the COVID, had any really recovery type of programs like yoga, which you're putting in on Sundays now. The other thing too is I want to put things in, get your information. I'm going to say it, I'm like a chef. So as a chef, you're going to have people over to your house all the time and you're cooking for them. And I'm not just going to give you what I think you need. I'm going to give you what you want, but I'm just going to absorb what the energy, the thoughts, the mindfulness, everything you're giving me in terms of feedback and put together something that I think that works for both you and for both me. And experience has made a lot of we made a lot of mistakes. And we made a lot of good things happen. We tend to bring forward the things that are working, and then we set behind the things that are not working, whether it's the days, the recovery, the workouts, the trainers, whatever it may be. Because the most important part is that you come here, and I am so grateful that you have the choice of hundreds of gyms, hundreds of communities come to, and you pick Integrity Fitness to come to and spend your 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a week. I'm truly blessed to have you do that. And I want you to know that I'm always thinking about that. And I'm always grateful for that. And that's why we're doing these changes. Now, sometimes when we get feedback, I want you to understand that there's things that we need to focus on. Now, with a more mature clientele, we need to focus and keep focusing on strength training. So that will be the main part of our program. In fact, the first 4 days of the week will be mostly strength training. Now, when I say strength training or anaerobic type training, that's very, very important. But I also want to put in things that we may not think or deem as important because we are. We have to move our body. I believe in movement. Movement is the best way to get ourselves out of a funk. You can spend, I don't know, thousands of dollars on drugs to make yourself feel good and for mental health. But I'm telling you right now, you go out there and you give yourself a good 5-minute intense movement session, whatever that may be. For me, it's skipping. I probably skip about, I don't know, 7 times a week for about 7 minutes when I eat to shake off the funk. It is amazing. Now, movement's a great thing. Most of the time, we're always moving forward, sitting in one position, doing things in one position. But the boot camp will now, especially on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, incorporate movement to help the body move because that's what it's meant to do and hit all the muscle groups. At the same time, we're going to add in things like recovery. We're looking at mat Pilates. We already got the yoga put in for Sunday. So if you want that, book that in. And then once that becomes popular, we're going to make it more beneficial to you. In terms of what we did here, I did add last year in 2024 a $12,000 toy in the back. You know the toy I'm talking about, the Body Styku. Some of you love it, some of you don't. But the most important part is that almost 100% of the people that we've done on that realize that they have not got the lean body mass that they thought they had. They have to improve their lean body mass. And just by coming in with me, I would say almost everybody that's coming in with me has increased their muscle mass a little bit by just changing the way they eat, fueling their body, increasing their protein, and doing the same thing out there. And they're seeing changes in their body muscle mass and drops in composition. It doesn't matter how much, but the most important part is it's making a difference. And I highly recommend, and that's what we're going to do in 2025, make it part of the programs like we're doing now. Other things that we need to look at right here is probably the schedule. So the schedule, I'm not going to totally unleash right now, right? It's a little bit of a secret, but what I learned is that 69% you wanted to get stronger, and you also wanted to get toned. 69% of you, right? And that's what I notice here. And the most important part is that 70% of you are seeing changes in your consistency on a regular basis. And believe it or not, one in, I guess, 33%, just over 30%, are seeing changes in their bodies substantial, that they're visual. So that's really good. 1 in 3 people are having great visual changes that they're looking for aesthetically, and we're going to look on improving that number. Now, when I look at this, what I've noticed here is that the most popular days are the Mondays, and the Wednesdays and Saturdays. They seem to be popular, but a lot of you ladies, in fact, most ladies love the fact that I just plan things and you trust the process. Now, I'm going to make a schedule that's a little bit different than we've done before, but I want you to understand the first 4 days, we're going to focus, and the number one workout you guys preferred? Full body. So full body will be a big part of this. We're going to do full body Mondays. We're going to do full body Tuesdays, full body Wednesdays, and then bubble butt will come on Thursdays. How that will be delivered is totally on me, but I'm going to train the team. It's going to be absolutely exciting and fun. And the most important part is that we're going to stay on the strength emphasis for the program, but we see you checking your watches for calories burned and steps. You're also going to have workouts like on Monday where we're going to be a real calorie burner, and we're going to use high intensity circuits with strength training, things like Metcon that we did here for years, and put that back into the program. So you're going to be challenged aerobically and anaerobically, strengthening the heart, which is very, very important, getting the dopamine, serotonin, all these nice hormones flowing through our body after our workouts. And then after 2, 3, 4 months, if you apply the right nutrition, you're going to see incredible results.